Vijayanagar, the city of victory, was the seat of power of an empire which extended from the Arabian Sea to the Bay of Bengal and from the Deccan Plateau to the tip of the peninsula, celebrated throughout Asia for its might and wealth. And now, Hampi is a small village in Hospet Taluk of Bellary district in Karnataka. It's well known historically as the capital of Vijayanagar Empire. The present Hampi is restoring its remains in an area of 25 square kilometers. Now, this is an important historical and religious tourist center. Vijayanagar occupies one of the most natural and spectacular settings of any capital city. To the north, the landscape is dominated by a wild and rocky gorge through which the mighty Tungabhadra river flows. Such a terrain offered effective protection to their capital city of Hampi. The site is also the mythical Kishkindha in the epic Ramayana. Lord Hanuman is believed to have been born here in one of the mountain ranges called Anjanadri. This mythological landscape was of great significance for the rulers of Vijayanagar. But it is not the myth alone. Hampi was a human settlement since the prehistoric times. Around it, Koppal, Palkigunda, Maski, and Nittur on the riverbank, and Mosalayana near the Vithala temple and hillocks behind Virupaksha temple have prehistoric paintings. Many antiques are believed to have been destroyed due to continuous agriculture activities. Yet, the site is still rich in prehistoric monuments. Though Hampi lost its grandeur after 1565, it continues to attract tourists and devotees even today. There's a constant stream of devotees at the Virupaksha temple, and the prehistoric rituals are still in vogue here. On the banks of the Tungabhadra river, the great Vijayanagar Empire flourished. Founded in 1336 AD by Hakka and Bukka. Apart from laying the foundation for a strong empire, the rulers of this dynasty extended the empire southwards and touched the shores of the Indian Ocean. Bukka, Harihara II and the Devaraya II were rulers with their own vision. After running into the sea, they even commissioned a naval expedition to Ceylon. Right through, the Vijayanagar kings have left their imprints all along, so that it is never a forgotten empire. The Sangama, the Saluva, and the Tuluva. Historians have believed Harihara as the first ruler of the Sangama dynasty, who is widely credited with founding the empire along with his 4 brothers. The Sangama dynasty began to decline and paved the way for the establishment of the Saluva dynasty by Saluva Narasimha, who usurped the throne. Thus, the first dynasty of Vijayanagar Empire came to an ignominious end. But the Saluva dynasty was short-lived as people were disillusioned with it. Soon, the Tuluvas replaced them. But till Krishnadevaraya, the most famous of the Vijayanagar kings, rose to power, the dynasty was a hotbed of intrigues and jealousy. Krishnadevaraya was the most dynamic of all the kings of the glorious empire. Every branch of administration, arts, literature and architecture flourished under his liberal patronage. Krishnadevaraya was an accomplished scholar himself and was famous for his religious zeal and Catholicity, as is evident from the number of commemorative gopuras, temples and religious symbols that he built. He was known to be kind even to his enemies and charitable to all, and above all, he cared for the welfare of his subjects. His military prowess apart, he was known for respecting all sects of Hindu religion, but leaned towards Vaishnavism himself. He was very gracious towards foreign visitors, and many of whom have praised him in their works. Above all, he was known for bestowing fabulous wealth on the beautiful temples that he built, which came to be known as the Vijayanagar style of architecture. After Krishnadevaraya, his weak successors and internal bickerings sapped the strength of the empire, and there was a gradual decline. The last ruler, Sadashivaraya of the Aravidu dynasty, let power slip out of his hands. His wily brother-in-law, Aliya Ramaraya, became the de facto ruler of the once great empire. Around the period, the sultanates of the Deccan, who controlled Bijapur, Bidar, Golconda and Ahmednagar, were eyeing its wealth. With a weak king and a de facto ruler, they sensed the golden opportunity to raid Vijayanagar. When they attacked from all four corners, a fateful and decisive war took place at Rakkasatangadi in 1565 AD. The Vijayanagar army was defeated and Aliya Ramaraya was beheaded on the battlefield. For 6 months, the invaders sacked the abandoned city, burning and pillaging without mercy. And never again was Vijayanagar occupied. Its ruins were left to treasure seekers and wandering tigers. When the rulers fled, the victors destroyed the art and architecture, many of which were situated in the imperial capital city of Hampi. After this war, the Vijayanagar rulers never recovered and only existed in the shadow of the glory of their past. Now, Hampi is a part of the World Heritage Site sponsored by the UNESCO, and efforts are on to preserve the history of the glorious empire upon which the sun had set rather early. The welfare of the subjects was of utmost importance to the Vijayanagar kings. In the ruins of the Hampi, one finds many aspects of socio-cultural and economic life and the status enjoyed by the subjects of the court, military and the people in general. In the inscriptions of Hampi, there are many references to irrigation. Turta Dam and Canal is a wonderful example of water engineering. This dam was contributed by Chintayakka Devarna and constructed by an engineer, Bomoja, in the 14th century. This dam is still in use and being used by the irrigation department. In fact, many inscriptions found in Hampi referred to tanks, dams and gardens built in this period. All these narrate the preference given to irrigation by the Vijayanagar kings. There are also many chalandras constructed in stone to store drinking water for its people. While water formed an integral part of the life of Vijayanagar people, all the houses had toilets and drinking water supplied by canals and small waterways built in stone. The water from the mighty Tungabhadra river was harnessed for all these purposes. The rulers provided drinking water to their houses by constructing water channels. The channels had a unique system where it would fill up many small tanks on its way to the last point. Some of the rulers and influential people even had swimming pools in their own houses. Vijayanagar rulers are also noted for their religious Catholicity, as they respected every religion of the empire equally. This is perhaps best exemplified in an inscription in which the rulers honored all the gods of various faiths, including those belonging to Jainism and Vaishnavism. Madhvacharya's teachings had a great influence on the rulers of Vijayanagar. Narahari Tirtha, a prominent disciple of Madhvacharya, laid the foundation of Haridasa movement in Karnataka and also for Haridasa literature by composing songs in Kannada language. Another famous name is that of Purandaradasa, who composed innumerable songs and popularized the Vitala cult. A mantapa behind the Vitala temple is associated with him. Another eminent member of the Dasa movement is Kanakadasa, who composed poems in a lucid style reaching the heart of the common man. Thus, the capital Vijayanagar became the hub of activities of the Dasa movement. Jainism also gained favor of the royal and administrative authorities. Muslims also had a prominent role in the society, and some of them imitated the charitable nature of the king and even built a dharmashala to accommodate travelers who came here from far and wide. Women during the period occupied a high position in society and took part in political, social and literary life. The traders here would trade with many distant lands, including Portugal. The aroma of its spices and glittering beauty of jewels were known across continents. It was a seat of active commerce in the country, which traded in diamonds, rubies, pepper, sandal and silks. Festivals were celebrated with great pomp and gaiety. Niccolo Conti, the Italian traveller, refers to the Mahanavami festival in particular, which lasted for 9 days. If one goes by the inscriptions on the temples, one can see that the people of the region enjoyed a good socio-economic life. There was prosperity everywhere, and Vijayanagar became a legendary city.